Hello. Okay, so I'm getting a download here. I just made a couple videos about twin flames, and then I got a download, and he thinks I don't know that he lurks, but on my page, but I do, and I've told him, but he gets saying he still watches because he's drawn to me and he loves me, but he lacks like he doesn't because of his mother. I mean, because of his mother wound and the karmic. Anyway, so, my twin flame loves Harry Potter. And I'm getting that scene. If there's something wrong with the bitch, there's something wrong with the pup. And mine's in the pup place, so he calls himself a pup. And there's another synchronicity. But what I'm getting is that I seen 5-5. What I'm getting is that he's angry when I call out this things that are wrong with him. He's if you get triggered by something that somebody else says, that's something that you need to deal with. Okay, that means that you need to deal with. So I asked, why do kids defend neglectful parents? And there's several deep psychological survival based reasons. It's not because the neglect was okay, it's because the child's brain is trying to protect itself and maintain emotional stability. The main reasons are survival instinct. I need them to live. When you're a child, your parents are your source of food, shelter, safety, emotional connection. Your nervous system is wired to stay attached no matter what, even if the parents are neglectful. If a child fully accepted my parent doesn't care about me, it would feel life threatening. So the brain protects itself by thinking, okay, I'm getting a download. He stays with the karmic because this karmic is taking care of him financially and providing food, shelter, safety. So that he's associating, again, that's another synchronicity. He's associating, divine masculine is associating the karmic with survival instinct. I need them to live because this person is providing food, shelter, safety, emotional connection. So the brain protects itself because he's probably dependent on this person for money. I just seen 222. That's alignment. So the brain protects itself by thinking things like, they did their best, it wasn't that bad, I'm just being dramatic. This reduces emotional danger. Loyalty and love don't turn off. Children naturally love their parents. That bond is extremely strong, even when the parent causes harm. Defending the parent helps preserve hope, connection, identity, because if they admit the parent failed them, it can feel like losing that relationship emotionally. Self blame feels safer than blaming the parent. Kids blame themselves when something goes wrong. They don't blame other people, they blame themselves. If you yell at a child, they don't blame you, they blame themselves. Many kids unconsciously think, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I was too sensitive. Maybe I didn't deserve better. Okay, now I'm getting that this is all conditioning. It's karmic conditioning. It's all conditioning. You condition them how to act. This karmic is so manipulative that they're literally doing this to divine masculine because he has inner child trauma and they exploit it. Many kids unconsciously think, maybe it was my fault. Maybe I was too sensitive. Maybe I didn't deserve better. Why? Because blaming yourself gives an illusion of control. It feels less terrifying than accepting. I was helpless. The person who was supposed to protect me didn't. So they blame themselves. Normalization. It's all they knew. If a neglect was their normal, they may not realize it was neglect. They might say, other people had it worse. My parents didn't hit me, so it wasn't abuse. That's how they are. Without comparison, neglect can feel normal. So he's used to this type of neglectful behavior. Emotional protection from grief. Admitting neglect often brings intense feelings. Grief, anger, betrayal, sadness. Defending the parent helps avoid those painful emotions. It's a defense mechanism. Just like in the scene from Harry Potter, he gets very angry at the aunt pointing out, if there's something wrong with the bitch, there's something wrong with the pup. What does that say? There's something wrong with the mother, there's something wrong with the child. And he goes, shut up, shut up. So, admitting the neglect brings intense feelings of grief, anger, betrayal, and sadness. So they defend the parent, and it helps avoid those painful memories, emotions. It's a defense mechanism. Fear of losing the parent's love. Even as adults, even grown adults may defend neglectful parents because part of them still hopes for approval, love, validation. Criticizing the parent can feel like risking rejection. That's an abandonment wound. Your fear of being rejected, fear of being abandoned, fear of being left behind, and it's a trauma bond. Neglectful parents sometimes mix neglect with moments of love or kindness. This creates confusion. They weren't always bad, they loved me sometimes. The brain holds on to the good memories and minimizes the bad. Identity protection. Your parents are part of your identity. Admitting they neglected you can feel like my foundation wasn't safe, my childhood wasn't secure. That's a huge emotional shift. Defending them doesn't mean neglect didn't affect the child. Many adults who defend their parents still carry effects like low self worth, anxiety, people pleasing, fear of abandonment, emotional numbness. Even if they don't consciously blame the parent, healing usually happens in stages. Defense, confusion, awareness, grief, acceptance, and healing. Not everyone goes through all stages. So, I mean, you can love them and still admit that they failed you in some ways. And that's part of the healing, the inner child trauma. You have to basically work that out with yourself. He's not happy with what happened, but he subconsciously blames everybody else except for the parent when he needs to blame the parent. Let's see. Harry Potter was different, though. I mean, his parents were murdered. So he associates that with like a childlike memory, something he grew up with, something inside. He thinks that he can handle it. Spirit, what does the collective need to know? A King of Swords. He learned this. He learned this. Five of Pentacles reversed, the Tower, Five of Swords reversed, and the Hangman. He's stuck all at the bottom of the deck. The core energy, Five of Pentacles reversed. In order to recover from this trauma, the Tower, this sudden, to end the conflict, and he's stuck there. He's still stuck, and that's part of the reason that he's emotionally cold, because I'm getting the King of Cups reversed after that. It's very, yeah. Even Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, Eight of Swords, Lovers reverse, Knight of Cups. To talk about this, he would have to deal with it, and he doesn't want to deal with it. So he blames everybody. Oh, that was the other thing earlier. Avoidance. They don't admit anything that's wrong with them. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to feel it. They avoid it. And they jump on into another relationship hoping for a different outcome. And the same thing happens again because they are unhealed. And it's tiresome. They juggle their emotions about their mother. The Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Empress. With you, they juggle all of this. Even if they fall in love with somebody else, they juggle everything that they went through that they haven't healed. They keep acting the same way, and they do not see the patterns, so they keep repeating the mistakes. And instead of healing what's wrong and making different decisions consciously, subconsciously they're doing this and basically sabotaging themselves in every relationship after that, because they don't learn the pattern, they don't learn the mistake, and they keep making that same mistake. So yeah, it's not your fault if your parents were broken. These patterns repeat. So if your parents had problems and they treated you a certain way, their parents probably did something to them, and their parents probably did something to them, and their parents did something to them, and they grew up with that stigma, and then the pattern repeated. They kept acting the same way, and they don't want to admit when they're wrong, so they keep, oh, well, it's your fault, not my fault. It's your fault, not my fault. It's your fault, not my fault. They blame every single partner that they come across, and they keep doing the same thing over and over and over, not admitting that they are the problem because of what they were taught and how to heal it, and learning how to heal it to get better and get past it. So hope this helps. But yeah, He doesn't like it.